Hello, welcome to another Blueprints playthrough Friday night, which is not usually when I stream, but I couldn't yesterday, so I decided to do one tonight. It's official. I'm going to basically say, once I get the classroom tests done, that's pretty much it for streaming for this game. I'm not going to stop playing it. I feel like this is one I can just kind of pick up here, there, and everywhere and just have fun playing it off camera. But I do want to move on to other things. I've been streaming this for quite some time. And again, I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I think this is a great game. I really do like it, even though I've had my quips and problems with it. But I think that's true of any game. You know, I think there's any game you play is always going to have some kind of thing you're like, I don't quite agree with it. But overall, it's great, and I would highly recommend people play it. But again, other games are coming out. There's other games I want to play, and so I do want to move on. So, again, the goal is to try to get all the classrooms. And do we have... Oh, I can't look at that right now. Yeah. New dining room. We still have the blessing for 2 more days. Okay. Ooh, attic. If I'm going for classrooms, I need gems. Ooh. Okay. Does the sky ever change? I don't know. I never look up. Gamers don't look up. Schoolhouse. Yep. We got to go for it. Got to do it. Got to make it happen. Got to do everything possible to get this. I don't think I ever took pictures of this, so... Okay. Let's do this. Let's see if we can get 8 classrooms. Make it so. Okay. Bedroom closet. Let's see if we get a gem in it. Yeah, we get 1. That's nice. Okay. Pantry, we go nowhere. Let's do pool. That was a mistake. Well, maybe. No, it was, because I don't have keys, and I can't open those anyway. Let's see what we got in the vault, because maybe we could... Oh, good. Nice. Good, we got 4 gems now. I gotta be careful that I don't accidentally... Oh, and the shovel, too. That I don't inadvertently go into a room that has gems. Or that more the point needs gems. So... Excuse me. I'm gonna make code check. I'm also wondering... Damn it, did I say... No. That's not what I wanted. I wonder if getting the blessing or the blue color is also making it harder to actually get classrooms now. Well, we'll get 3 gems this way, but... So we're doing decent on gems. We just need to get the classrooms to show up. And now we can hit these boxes. Oh, nice. Lockpicks are always good. Because if we don't get one of these, if these 2 doors are locked, we're screwed. We do need to get keys too. Which we'll do a storeroom, because that will get us some keys. Okay. First one. Get some steps. And I think by my reasoning and deduction, I think I figured out already what colors go with what. You must really like red. Yeah, Caleb, you're a little... Funny thing is I got 2 of the red fire hydrant and the red, so it's like, you know, those aren't there. But I think I did figure this out. This is not a spinning globe. This is a fun, bouncy globe. Yay! Oh, you can't spin that one. Okay, all right. Okay, so that's 1. I've gotten up to 6. Both of those suck, because that kills it. We'll take a key, because that's really all we're going to get. I may have to rethink my thinking strategies in terms of how I'm trying to get classrooms to show up, because I thought giving it a better chance of getting blue and getting classroom would give it, you know, it basically just says that we're putting 8 into the pool of rooms. It doesn't mean that you're going to automatically get 8, but now we're up to 2. Okay, we'll take it. We take those. And this one I'm pretty convinced it's the, you know, it's the math. So it's like 2 plus 5 is 7, 4 plus 9 is 13, 7 minus 3 is 4, 9 minus 8 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 4 is 12, 6 plus 1, 10, 7, 3 is 4. You know, so 6 minus 1 is 5 times 3 is 15. And then if you look at these, they don't tell you which ones are wrong, but, you know, by this time, if you played the game, you should know. Especially since it says right there what they are. So, all right, does this have a globe anywhere? Globe? No. Nice. Okay, so we can't do sauna. So pantry, I mean, it gives us some steps, but it's not really that helpful. Let's do a redraw. I don't know if you can do a classroom from a classroom. You know, I don't really know if that's possible. Well, shit. I'm going to do Drafting Studio because even though the run's done, that gives me another chance to do another thing here. And the only one left, I guess, is Classroom. So there we go. You can draw a classroom from a classroom. Problem with it, you can up in a circle. Yep, because they all go around. And this day is done, so we only got to class 2, but we also now this. That's good, that's good. And again, I've been told these are only 8, so that's good. That we haven't done dormitory, but at least we have it there. There's 3 more floor plans that we have to find. I think that's it, and then we get that trophy. Oh yeah, there's that. Sorry, let me get my notes. I think I have that down as... Yes, I do. Okay. I guess I could move the keyboard out. Okay. Whee! Spin globe. So... I'm also thinking draft pool now is something that if I could really crank up to not get it anymore. That's my working theory, because there are no more rooms to draft. So why would you really need to get another one? It looks like the conference room, but it doesn't have this 3rd door. All right, well, we got to call it a day. Nothing else we can do. Could give you a hint to one of the 3 hidden floor plans you need. Nope, don't do that. Appreciate it, and I appreciate you asking, but please don't do that. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, the main goal is to get classroom and get the test, because then that gets us 8 trophies, and then we can get the blue tent thing. Now there's other things to do, like getting 3 more hidden floor plans, other stuff that's on my list, getting all the sanctum keys, blah blah blah. But like I said, once I get the classroom, I'm pretty much done with continually streaming this game, and I'm going to move on to something else. So let's do that. Actually, let's make sure we banner. And like I said, that might be a bad strategy, but it's a strategy. Sure. We could also do mailroom, I guess, and get our tools. I should have probably done that, but I also wanted to... I still have the blessing, so I wanted to do that. Nope, I don't want to do shrine, because that... let's do tool shed. I think I was saying something and I forgot, which is not unusual for me to do in this game. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I wish they put in a mechanic to say, well, I guess that'd be hard depending upon if you're in the building here. If you're outside the building though, and you say like, hey, just take me directly to the outer room, and so it's just a time saver, so I don't have to actually physically walk that way. I think I kind of like that, but... I thought that was a key for a second. Library. Yeah, let's do library. And I have the feeling that this library has more to offer than what I've been seeing. that there's some secret to it, but I don't know what it is. Okay, we can do an experiment. Turn down the chances of getting the key card and... And like this too, I mean, once you've seen this, it's like, do you really need to load this every time? It gets... You know, little things like that. If you could have an option to say, instead of like waiting 5 seconds to get this, because there's no... You don't need to spend that long to load this, so... Sure. And maybe there is a setting to do that, but I am not aware of it. I don't have the shovel. I thought I did. But that's okay. I'm just going to do this. Just because I hardly ever draft this room, and I feel like there's more to it than just what I'm seeing there. All right, do we get the shovel? I should have looked to see if I got the shovel here, but that's okay. Good keys. No shovel. Let's do mailroom. Yep. Shovel, shovel, shovel in. Okay, we've read all the letters. There really shouldn't be any. That's my dad's. Okay. Well, we're not short on keys, that's for sure. Okay, I want to do this just because I want to see that there shouldn't be anything else here anymore. Yep. This room is totally worthless at this point. At least, well, it's got the globe, which might mean something, and maybe this means something, so... But it feels like once you get this, that's pretty much it. Okay, I'm going to go on a hunch here, and I could be wrong, which is fine, but probably I made a mistake. So now that opened up there. Even though I know this just killed the run, I wanted to, you know, I just wanted to see. I wanted to experiment. I wanted to see what happened here. Oh, that was the long way around. Huh. Okay, so we get an orange for all the good it did us. See, but the problem is... Oh yeah, it's bringing that down. Not that that helps at all. I don't quite know, like, how this room really works, and... like, why it opened up this over here, and... there's an orange over there, and there's an orange over there, and there's an orange over there, but... Well, call it a day. Now I no longer have the blessing. So that should make the courtyards even less of a thing. I wonder if there's a blessing to, like the blessing of education, you know, that makes it more of a chance that you'll get classrooms. That might be interesting, but I don't know what they all are. Let's do a commissary. And a reading nook. Okay. I think too at some point when I'm playing this offline, I might be more open to looking at like hints online and things that I can do. I just don't want to do that right now, but I am. Whatever. I'm going to try different shrines here. I'm going to try different blessings because we don't have a blessing right now. So let's see. Let's go to my blessing chart. We haven't done 18. What is this? Blessing. Oh, I might have done this right. And I know there's somewhere that shows you all the blessings, at least up to a certain point. I just didn't write it down. Maybe it's in my... No, I think I looked and I didn't have it in my screenshots. So this is while drafting. You may pay with gem to spin for plan. If only I could write. I've also, I should put this in here too, just something more of a to-do fun thing is, what happens if you take the money away from the blessing? Does it just stop? Again, that's not a chat question, that's just a, if I take a blessing away, or part, what happens? Okay, well, wasn't a great blessing. I mean, I guess if you are rich in gems, that gives you the ability to turn things and potentially use that to your advantage. I gotta get my head to commissaries are nice because did I? No, I didn't. Are nice because you get so much money at the beginning with my allowance. Oh, battery. Nice. Have I ever seen a battery in here? I don't think so. Interesting. Okay, so we just have a battery pack. Let's get the shovel. That. Salt shaker. And a sleeping mask. Might as well get it all. Let's do that. My strategy for getting classrooms too might not be the best. I will admit that. I might be doing something like completely bad. But again, that's just... Alright, where does this go? Let's do a den. I mean, why not? Might as well. I've done the kennel. I'll do workshop just because the one room, I forget the name of it. Mechanarium, or however you say it. The more of these rooms I get, the more doors that are open, and I might be able to upgrade rooms, or you never know. I don't want to rotate. I don't know how rotating any of this would help, so we'll just do pantry. Ooh, trophy room would be nice. Just in case I need 8 gems. God, getting trophy room with trying to do classrooms would be super helpful. Well, we're going to probably have to rotate it. That doesn't help at all. Let's just do planetarium and call it a day in there. It didn't work. I still think there's a reason for all of this. Like, I remember if watching this that the outer Saturn planet is actually rotating faster than this one. And so I think it has to catch up to it, but I don't know. I may need to rethink my things and my strategy too. In terms of trying to get classrooms to show up, because you need 8. So there might be something else that I'm missing that would encourage getting classrooms even more. I'm surprised they called that one thing ambition of the pawn. Wouldn't you want to call it promotion of the pawn? Because you have to get to rank 8 to be able to do something. Okay. And that might be something I eventually ask chat. Not right now. But is there a way to influence getting classrooms more than obviously what I'm doing right now? Because what I'm doing right now is not really doing much of anything, so... I mean, it feels like a good strategy. I just don't know if it's ending up being such as the like. Okay, let's do attic first, because... Come on, grab. Okay, got a couple gems. Can't complain, we'll get one in Den as well. Let's do this, because we'll see if we can... Nice. 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 Getting that 2 out of the gate is oh so... Mwah. Let's do workshop. Yep. Okay. So that's grade 1. We still have den, and we can go up this way. Let's see what this does. I'm going to do this because it's a good idea to be able to buy stuff. And we can get more gems. Set of gems. Yes. And a gem. And maybe a couple bananas. And everything's on sale. Let's get some keys. Oh. Let's just get everything. All right. Cleaned it out. Another classroom. Can't complain. I still have den. Okay, that's all right. We're not dead yet. We're doing fine. And in all honesty, I might look up what the test is because I'll try to figure it out first, but I really don't want to fuck it up and then have to do it all over again. So I don't know. I'll see. We'll do bedroom. Let's see what's this way. Would be good for gems, potentially. I don't know if you can't have more than one classroom on a rank. I don't know if that's a thing. I doubt it because you just said, Ray, that you can go in a circle, so... We'll do conference room. Okay, let's do our little logic puzzle again. Tradition is gone. We don't care about let us reason. This is not an empty box. The gems are not in the black box. This is telling you that the gems are here. The statement is true. The above statement is false. Okay, well... That's false. Okay. The gems are in the black box. The gems are in the white box. Well, that's also false. So this has to be true. Bing bong. Okay, where do we go from here? Well, Kennel's the only one that keeps it going. So we might as well do that. Hey, puppies. Oh, you're happy now over here. Why? Why did they switch? And that one's gone, and that one's eating, and we don't have a shovel. Reading nook. Man, this is fighting me. It keeps wanting to do dead ends. Jeez. Well, gallery would keep us going. So does library. And I like library going up more right now. We don't have any. But this gets us, I think, the best. So let's do that. We can do an experiment. We can turn things down for now. Let's do eat an apple and then do a small chest. Okay. So that way is good. Let's try to finish this way out and see where this goes. Well, nowhere really. This gets us a gem, but we don't need those anymore. We really don't. Archives gives us a little blind, but wait, which way do we want to? Yeah, that way. Ooh, dormitory. I've never made it. Let's do it. I appreciate a video game that does the chessboard right. White on right. I knew that, right? Oh, dormitory. That's a spinning globe room. Whee! And yes, I know there's a note there. I'm just looking around. That's in this notebook. I just want to make sure. Well, actually. Yeah, I knew that. Okay. But is that saying that that's purple? Hold on, I gotta look something up here. Or violet. There's no white, and that's what that would be. So I wonder if the border for violet? Okay, and now let's do some reading. Drafting strategies. Didn't we do this already? I don't know if we've seen this volume. It's volume 2, and I think I've seen all the volumes, but you know, I might as well just picture the crap out of this because why not? Okay, as architects, building is a complex, multifaceted process. Room subtypes. We're use of color floor plans, categorize Examining architectural symbols that can be used to further classify different types of houses and rooms in your house. These symbols provide a draftsperson with a visual way of indicate the purpose and function of a room, whether it's a design workspace, utility control room, or conundrum. These subtype symbols can communicate the intended use of a room at a quick glance. By including the symbols on their floor plan, architects can make it easier for contractors and builders to understand their vision and bring it to life. This doesn't feel familiar, but it's only volume 2. So, architects can craft strategies that serve... Hold on, I'm curious. I think I wrote it in my small notebook. Like I was writing down which books. No, I have not seen this. No wonder it wasn't sounding familiar. Okay. So I'll spend a little bit more time reading this. Craft of the draft. Drafting rooms are floor plans that affect the draft pool or the drafting process. As such, they are spaces that are often designed for activities related to academic pursuits and research. Some of the common features include floor plan, redrawing, draft pool manipulation, and rarity adjustments. It would be nice to get a study because we could now spend, if I can get it. Aspiring architects can great benefit from knowledge. So, academia is only found in the mountains of Costa Rica. Classroom is a great example of the scholastic strategies that this room has to offer. Not only does it provide synergy for other drafting rooms, it's also a valuable source of information and knowledge. Did you know the classrooms you find will fall under one of 8 different grades, ranging from first grade to the culmination of your academic journey, grade 8? However, there are rumors of an additional annex classroom at Mount Holly Elementary, used solely for exams and student testing, but finding it has been near impossible as it requires drafting more than 8 classrooms. Well. Did you learn? Shifting gears, far from the pristine white pages of academia, the mechanical world is a rugged industrial space, marked by the symbol of the gear and stained with the grime of heavy machinery. These floor plans prioritize function over aesthetics, and the design of each mechanical room reflects this focus on efficiency. These rooms serve as a command centers for estate operations, housing the control system, systems that keep everything running smoothly, like utility and pump room. Ducts. Boiler room is known as a power source because it provides steam power to various rooms in the house. Steam is conveyed room to room via ducts that run across the ceiling, and power can be transported across great distances as long as you continue to string together rooms that contain power ducts. So when you're in a room, look up. There might be a duct. Did you know? Drafting from a door that is steam powered will increase the likelihood of drawing rooms with ducts. No time like the future. These are things that do things in the future. Some rooms offer long-term benefits rather than immediate resources. These are known as tomorrow rooms, considered an investment for the future, and they offer the forward-thinking architect a number of strategies, I almost said strategeries, strategies that will pay dividends down the road. Strategic planning is critical to drafting success, and knowing when to forsake the current day's progress to set yourself up for a prosperous future is a critical decision that each architect will encounter. Hold on, I want to make sure, if I go back to Steam here, did I? No, I did not take a picture of this yet. Okay, so time freeze. Nothing better exemplifies setting yourself up for tomorrow at the expense of today than freezer. But drafters who may not want to totally abandon their current day's progress will be pleased to know that there are a few clever ways to manipulate frozen assets. Entering furnace or sauna after drafting freezer will thaw away any frozen gems or gold you are carrying. You'll once again be able to use them. However, if you still wish your counts to carry over to the next day, you will have to refreeze your assets by entering freezer. Interesting. If furnace is drafted within a few ranks of freezer, then the temperature will start rising and everything will melt, including your assets. If the temperature gets too high, refreezing will no longer be possible. But I'm assuming that's just a day-by-day basis. So, but that's interesting. Never even thought of using furnace next to it or sauna. So today I learned. Perplexing plans. Any architect who loves a challenge inevitably... Okay, here's an interesting screw-up. Because it's saying billiard room, but it's showing it as a blue. That doesn't make sense. I think it's actually orange, isn't it? I'll have to look again. These 4 plans, marked with a single enigmatic jigsaw puzzle piece, lack accompanying text and explanations as if to suggest that even understanding the room's function is part of the puzzle. Some puzzle rooms, like parlor and billiard room, become increasingly difficult as you solve them, evolving over time as you progress. But that's not true because it seems to reset. Spreading your wings. The final type of room we will cover in this issue is the spread room. These 4 plans enable the architect to spread out items among many rooms. While items are spread, they are only placed in currently active rooms of the house. The number of items that are spread is determined by the number of rooms in your estate. Waiting until your house is bigger will provide larger spreads. Strategies that employ spread rooms are often centered around travel and backtracking. Word from the editor. I wanted to use this segment to thank all our readers for the wonderful mail and feedback we've received after we sent out our very first issue of Drafting Strategy. It's incredibly rewarding to create something that is appreciated. It's even more rewarding to know that somewhere out there, a young architect is reading our magazine and getting inspired to build something of his own that may one day in turn inspire others. Of their own. Come on. When I was a child, I vividly remember the experience of reading the memoirs of the court's grand architect, Lucia T. Rayland. Saying it changed me is an understatement. It has a profound effect on the way I view the world and spaces within it. We each draft our own dreams as child faint sketches on blurry blueprints, illegible to all, especially ourselves. And our purpose? Why, it is found hidden in the floor plans of our youth. Okay. Well, now we've drafted this. Okay. So let's just go this way and see what happens. I'll do storeroom just because reasons. Does storeroom have a chess puzzle? I don't think it does. Yeah, whatever. Gotta do the classroom. It's a moral imperative. Actually, you have to do more than 8. You have to do 9. Speaking of freezer, but we're going to do that. Because we got more than enough gems. Sure. Oh, interesting. So you can't... Okay. You have to wait till 1:30 for that to open again. But we've already done the puzzle, so I doubt there's a reason to do it again. Clock tower has rook. Nice. Ooh, oh! Interesting. I didn't notice that before. The thing I went oh on is that, because that ends in an A, and that has what I thought was violet, although that symbol, I'm a little confused. I didn't know that that was a... What is that? What is that? What is that? What's that? What's that? Oh, it's poetic. Okay. So, violet is the dashes. Poetic is the kind of like the flower thing. Okay, cool. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. We need the raise and the... No, we got the mutes. We got the border. So we need the raise, and we need to know what kind, and we need to know, like, how many. Which we don't have yet, I don't think. Do the first letters of each sentence form a word? Sacred. Sacred. God damn it, guy. If you just gave me a clue, I'm going to be mad. I just want to look at something real quick. I feel like Gandalf is... He was like, no, it wouldn't... It's not the 6 letters of the middle of that thing that you see to the right of the chess puzzle, which is castle. Because it wouldn't make sense if they line up that way. But it is interesting. How would I know? I don't know, guy. You're you, okay? But this was something that now we know that and that. We would just somehow need to get... I think I knew Clock Tower was a rook. Why is there a swan there? Okay. Let's go back down. You could be looking it up, guy, for all I know. You could be, you know, doing that. I'm going to do walk-in closet because I want to see where classroom goes. And this might give us something. Oh, it gave us 2 more gems, which we really didn't need. See, there's a swan. We see swans everywhere. What does it mean? Okay, so this is 3. This is chemistry. Okay, so let's do a redraw. A classroom is what we want, but it's not the... Oh, we can rotate it. Wait, nice. Yeah, that's a little bit of a bug in the game. It doesn't... you have to like move off of it and back for it to refresh on the screen. So let's do that. Okay, this is grade 4. I've already taken screenshots of all of this, so I don't need... Does it never end? Will it never end? The spiral of star. See, can't read that. This has taught me to always check the first letter of each. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Got to remember that. That looks like something of usage. I probably have taken a picture of this, but I'm going to do it again. No, I don't want to. There. Hopefully I didn't smear it. Okay, a teapot? It's always been there. I probably just never have noticed. Do you have a spinny globe? No, you don't. Okay, so we're here. Ooh, another classroom. Yippee. Five. Draw two things this year, all but one letter. That's a hint. Art class. Fart class. What's the difference between fart and art? An F. Okay, let's do office. We got the gems for it. We might as well. And we're going to get a gem anyway in here. Just check something here real quick. Yeah, we did security, so spreading money, sure, fine. It's no big deal. I've also wondered if you get to room 46 and you grab the crown, is this his throne? The office, is that the throne? Because the king piece is here, and this is the only room that I've ever seen the king piece. So does that mean it's the throne is this chair? That's actually something I should raise a to-do before I forget that. I don't know if it is or not. Don't tell me if it isn't, but I'm just... You know, gotta have theories. Gotta be working on theories, man. Where is my... Oh, yeah, to do. Okay. Ah! So excited. I dropped my pencil. What guy, if you're still here, what was that one book that got all the attention years ago? Because it was like, if you found certain words in certain places, and like the Bible had brought out these predictions or whatever, but then people showed you can do that with like War and Peace. If you look around, it's like it's nothing. It's not even a remote. I forget what that was called. It was called a scam, is what it was called, but. Blue crown to office? Question mark? Hail Mary? What grace do question? Amaze, amaze, amaze. Okay, let's go up. Well... This is where it's going to get tough. We have 5 classrooms. It would be nice just to even get like to 7, just so I can see what 7 is, you know. Don't really need that. I wonder if there's a blessing of education with the gardener. That would be nice. Let's do drawing room because I feel like one thing I don't like about archives. Is it makes everything... But I know that classroom is, I think, 1 gem, so... Oh, that sucked. Let's do that because that gives us the most ability to turn around and see things. So, we're running out of locks though. Do we have a hammer? We do have a hammer. Crap. Well, we got more keys, but that's a security key, and that doesn't help. Okay, so we're going to have to turn that way and then turn that way and see what happens. I just noticed we got classroom. Badger. Oh, nice. And I've taken the, I know I've taken the pictures of this. Have I? I don't know if I've taken all those pictures. Let me go look at... I know I've done the slideshow. I know I've done that. But let me look real quick to see if I actually took... 187. I'll never find what I'm looking for. That's all that. That's the clue thing. See, these are the slides. Yes, I have. I have taken the worksheet. So I do Coal Forja. History is penned by the victors. Oh, yes. Okay, so this is as far as we've gotten is 6. It would be nice to get to 7, at least. That would be a somewhat accomplishment. That doesn't help. That doesn't help either. That doesn't help either. Hey, there we go. And that goes up, which... But that's 7. I said 7 would be good, so we'll take it. Because we could get 8. I think that would be it. I don't think there's a way... Unless there's like a... We've run into a random key somewhere. Like a security key. But what's 7? This is a whole new experience for us. Algebra. Well. What is this? Clues. Oh, clues. So many good clues. Blues Clues. Nice. I've been looking forward to this. A squared minus 2 squared plus 9. 4 plus 2 is 6 squared. It'll be 36. Minus 6 is 30 squared is 900. What does it mean? What does it mean? Okay. So let's look at all the morons. C plus. Let's see, since I know most of these, it might help me get to, in fact, I might spend a little bit of time on that in this stream. Is just, let's see if we can kind of figure out. Remember, don't square till you're there. D plus. Well, you're not going to be an engineer. Advanced function. What's your function? Pulling up words and phrases and clauses. Junction. What's your function? Sorry, I just went down memory lane. Schoolhouse Rock. I'm just a bill, and I'm only a bill. And if I don't have corporate sponsorship by the party that's in power, I'm just going to be a bill. Oh, my cynicism is showing today, I think. Okay. So let's write what these should be, and then we'll write down what the person got and then how much they got right and wrong. So the first one is, well, this is going to be hard to do with, I'm going to have to put like a small lowercase thing by it, because otherwise I won't be able to tell what it is. So let's do that. Let's do this. Okay, so do I want to do it in threes? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'd be 1. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, so you're like, what is he doing again? I don't know. Three. Blue. Okay, and so let's put down what we think is the correct, and then we'll put Zach's here. Zach Craft. Okay, so this is just 3. There's nothing you do with it, and you add, and so you square it and you get 9. So Zach is also 9. Okay. And then if you have a three B and then a 5 yellow, that would be squaring the 3. So that's 9 minus 5 is 4. So Zach also got that right. Now we have a 7 blue and a squared minus 5. Gotta make sure I write this clearly because I don't want to come back to, I mean, I took screenshots of all this, but let's write clearly here. Okay, so how would I don't think 4 is right. Because if it's, Because one of the things that I see there in one of those tests was she had to know, or he had to know. Remember, don't square till you're there. What if you looked at all three completed tests at the same time? Well, you don't know. Like, is this genius? I don't think 16's right. I don't think 4's right. 44, I don't think is right either. Like, I'm trying to picture if I had this on the dartboard, you would see 7, and then you'd see 5, and then square it. So I think it's 5, 2, and then it's 4. I think that's what this is 4. But I could be wrong. And that's what Zach has too, is a 4. Okay, so we have 3 and 2. We have a 3. Okay, so we have a 3 blue, and then a circle with a square. And this is a 2. This is a divide, isn't it? Because the pink is multiply. I can't tell if this is... And violet is divide. So this would be multiply. So I'm going to call this... let's make this bigger, Jason. Come on. You got to be able to read this later. Where's the... There it is. Come on. Great teacher. How are these students supposed to improve? They don't know what chance. I know. I totally agree. This is not teacher of the year material right here. Ah. So this is going to be what I think is pink. You know what I could do is turn on the accessibility. I bet it would show me what that would be. Now, if it is multiply, that'd be 3 times 2 is 6 squared is 36. Okay, now we have 5. God, I can't draw a fucking straight line to save my life. Well, if I had to save my life by drawing a straight line, I bet I could do it. This is 2P, and this is a blue. And then we have a 5. And then a 95. This is also a blue. And this is a squared yellow. Jesus. So this would be 5 times 2 is 10 squared is 100. Plus 5, which is 105. Minus 95 is 10 squared is 100. So I believe this is one that Zach gets wrong. Okay, now we have... 16 and a diamond. And this is blue. This is 61. Because the diamond says flip. So this should be 61. And he wrote down 4. That's interesting because I'm almost positive that means flip the 2 digits around. This is going to be a circle with a 12, blue, which 21 minus 2 yellow, interesting. I think okay. Peace. So 21 minus 2 should be 19. And he wrote down a 2. We have a 30. And then that's a blue. And then we have, in a diamond, we have a 5, and that's a yellow. So it'll be 30 minus 5, which is 25. Flip it around is 52. So that one he got right, I think. All right, now we get to the fun wavy liners. So there's 3 left. Okay. So this one has a wavy line, and this is baseball. 21.7 blue. Come on, write a B correctly, Jason. And I think that's been rounding, ceiling and floor. Well, sort of. So this one rounds either up or down. I think 22 is the right answer here. The 21.7. Sorry, I gotta draw 2 more lines here. Here and here. So this one has 2 wavy lines, and this is 21.7 blue. Now he's saying it's 20. I don't really know. But how do you, that's not a floor. Unless, well, okay, I think I might understand what you're saying, Guy. Maybe you floor it twice? Because that would get you 21, and then that would get you 20. The last one is 3. And that's 59.6 blue. And then there's one here that is just one wavy line. 59.6 yellow. And he said 40. Probably wrong. Take a look at what other students said. Yeah, I will. I'm just writing all this down right now just to get a feel for what each student did. And he had a 9 out of 12. Okay. Okay. So let's look at the next one. This dumbass only got 7 out of 12. Sandra. Have you considered a career in pottery, Sandra? Okay, you said 9, 4, 44, 12, 4. You said no idea. 61, 19, 52. Wait, whoa, wait. Whoa. Crap. What? Hold on. Wait. Wait, whoa. Wait, what? What was I doing? Okay. Oh, I missed shit. I missed one. Well, I'm not redrawing all this. I'll just stick it at the bottom here. I was wondering why that didn't. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I did miss one. I missed that one. Okay. The teacher of the students. One thing I actually remember from my college days is like I got this. I wonder, do I still have that? Hold on. Maybe I do. Hold on. Yes. Oh, I do have that. And let's keep out my ruler, for teaching. The eraser. That was also nice. Because then you didn't have to take that stupid thing that I've been doing off all the time. All right, so the one that we missed was, and by we, I mean me, is the square root of the 2 blue, and then the 1 pink, I think we're calling it. And so that's 2 squared is 4 times 1 is 4 squared is 16. And Zach, I think, had 16. So I got to erase, when I get to Sandra, I got to erase her answers because I think... And let me just put a note that this was actually, not that it matters, it just came right here. Okay. Otherwise, I think I got everything. Yeah, 40, and then he said 16 there. Okay. Okay. So now Zach had 9 out of 12. Okay, let's go back to Sandra. And so thought that was a 4. Moron. Okay, so we had 3, 2 is 12, 44. And we jumped down to 4 there. And then that was, okay, that's where we need to. Thankfully, this actually reminded me that, yes, I do have this thing for erasing. It makes it so much easier. Okay, so 2, 1, thought it was 4. That's wrong. This is no idea. $16, thought it was 61, which is actually correct. I do want to leave space here too, so I can put check marks by the ones I think are right. The 12-2, thought it was 19. That's also right. Way to go, Sandra. You're getting those right. 35 is 52. Bingo. 21, thought it was 22. Okay. Thought this was 20. And thought this was a 1. Let's leave a little space here for check marks. And you had 7 out of 12. Seven out of 12. Okay, who's the last idiot? Branson. Look at those. Look at the big numbers on Branson. Branson. Okay, you thought it was a 9. You thought that one was a 4. You thought that one was a 16, idiot. Oh yeah, did you? Okay. The 3-2, you thought it was a 36. The 2-1, you thought was a 16. This one you thought was 100, which I concur with. You thought that one was a 61. You thought that was a 19. You thought that was a minus 400. This one you thought was a 20. This one you thought was a 22. And this one you thought was a 40. And you had 8 of 12. Okay. So, given all of that, the only one I don't have confidence is the last one with the triple squiggles. I don't know what that does. I say my column is correct. It's what I think is Jason. So let's look at Zach first. So let's go back to Zach. I'll get that up on the screen. So I agree that I think it's 9, 4, 4, 36. You didn't get that one right. You didn't get that one right. That right. This one you did. This one you did. And this one you did. So you have 9 out of 12. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means that the 20 here and the 40 here are correct. If I agree with the other ones and what I think is right and wrong, then that would give those two that I have no idea what they are, what I think. Okay. So now let's go over here to Sandra. I think that one right, that one right, that one wasn't right, not that one, not that one. I think had that one right, that one, that one, that one, and not that one. Had 7. So by logical deduction, 7 out of 12, and I think 6 match with what I have. So the only one that would work is with the 21.7 with the single squiggle. No, I'm sorry, the double squiggle. That goes to 20. Because I think that the 40 with the 59.6, 59.6 is correct from Zach's sheet. So the only one left would be the 20. So I think that makes sense. And now Branson has 8. So I agree with, let's go to, Branson. So Branson has a 9, a 4, 16 I think is wrong, 36 I think is correct, 100, 61, 19, that isn't right, 20 is probably not right, 22 is probably not right, 40, and then 16. So 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 40 would make sense because that would give the 8 out of 12. Okay, so not that you can see this, but that's all my scoring there and how I'm trying to figure all this out. Okay, so what does that give us? Well, I feel like the double squiggle is a floor. Let's actually go to the blank one here. So the 21-7 with the 2 squiggles, I think actually is a floor, but it's like a double floor. So you have to go down and then down again. You can't round up to 22 and then try to get to 20. I think you round down always and you round down again. So that would give 20. Now, the 59-6 with the triple to a 59-6, which we've already made, we know that we're assuming that 40 is the correct answer. So if 40 is the correct answer, let me just put 20 on the other one as a question mark. If we think 40 is the right answer, we know that 59.6 negative rounded is, well, 60 minus 60. So somehow 59.6 would have to get to, it somehow has to give you a number that when you subtract 60, you get 40. So it'd have to be 100. But how do you get 100 out of that? That's what I'm missing out of this. And this doesn't really help at all in terms of a hint. At least it doesn't seem to be a hint to me. Because that's 4 plus 2. That's just a constant. A, B, 3, minus, colors, things, stuff. I don't know. So, unfortunately, this is helpful, but not. I just don't know how you get 40 out of that. Okay, well, let's see if we can get one more classroom. We get a lot of redraws, but if we do, we don't get the key, but that would at least get us to room 8. What is the puzzle here? You're supposed to take the test. Well, what I just learned before, I think it was before you got on the stream, is to get the test, you actually have to find the mythical 9th room or something, 9th classroom. So that's why I'm lamenting here a little bit, because there's no way for me to draw from this point on because I don't have a security key. And so I can't get through that door and pool to potentially do it. I can redraw here till the cows come home because I got tons of redraws. And so you'll see here, I'll take it because this gets me at least classroom 8, which I've not seen either. Aragon affix pairings. Aragon vocabulary. Grade 8. This is foreign language class. Learn Aragon. Aljor. Ulgul. Nevdao. Things, stuff, words. Okay, so. Can I get a decent screenshot of that? Yes, I can. So the puzzle, it's a trophy. If you take the test, one of the tests is complete the classroom test. But what I just learned in one of the rooms I was in, there was the dormitory room, had architectural volume 2, and that room had in there something that said that in fact, let me bring that up so you can see that guy. Let's go back down to screenshots. That's classroom. So you'll see here it says classrooms you'll find will fall under one of 8 different grades. However, there are rumors of an additional annex classroom at Mount Holly used solely for exams and student testing, but finding it has been near impossible as it requires drafting more than 8 classrooms. So as you see here, I'm not going to be able to do it because I just don't have the space. I don't have an extra way to get around drafting another room. But this at least gets me to classroom 8, so I can kind of take that. I'm okay with that. Actually, hold on. There's a chance because the entrance hall has 6 chests. And I have more than enough steps. If I get the security key, I might have the ability to draw that 8th run. So there's still a chance here. Yeah, we did that right. Okay, just making sure. Okay, so let's see what happens. Let's first take a screenshot of this. Arajan vocabulary. Lore, word, hue, house, tray, tree, yate, gate, loon, water, Tao, day, nigh, night, or Ari, future. Early Arajan did not use any verbs, so today the rare usage of verbs are comprised almost entirely of loan words and are mainly used to describe physical actions. Great. Language is not my friend. I wrote a bunch of technical books. I love writing, but actually I don't think I'm very good at like foreign languages. So this will be fun. Arajan, affix pairings. Prefix, okay, so that's what they mean. First, last. Ma, am, a, vo, nev, ven. The start of. I, me, a lack of myself. When paired with a verb can mean I will or I won't, similar to ul, lu, which is not listed here. Wonderful. Translate the following phrases. Hello, can you teach me a new word? The large house is toward the east. I will swim at dawn. I won't read at night. The branches of the tree are old. The trunk of the tree is small. Let's at least get the pictures of this. So you got 4 or 6 out of these, right? Wow. Tre ven. Maneu tree. Hiwan ovet. Okay, so there's just 3 tests in here, right? Yep. Maurice has... Well, that's an interesting hint here. So is acceptable saying that it's right? Like Maurice had 5 out of 6. Okay. This one had 4 out of 6. This one... Translate the following phrases. Hello, can you teach me a new word? L is I. Readlel. This makes sense because I've seen nonsense words in other places. So now this kind of makes sense to learn. Why couldn't it have been Pig Latin? Pig Latin, is that the, no, what's the one that you like say the word and then you add things at the end? Is that Pig Latin? I can't remember. Ulutich Nevlor. New word. Okay, well, I have pictures of all this, so I don't need to necessarily write it down, but I think it would help to... We have 94 steps, so here's the thing. We're going to have to backtrack anyway to get to entrance hall, and the only way that we can potentially get the test is, one, we need to have pool. We need to get the key, and we need to be able to then make the classroom off a pool. So, first things first. Let's get to Rotunda. Okay. And now we need to rotate it twice. If we don't get the security key in one of the 6 chests, then it doesn't matter. Then this run is done. We're going to have to try it again. But it's something. Okay. So drawing room and music room. And what did I spread? I spread money. That's right. And I do have the... no, I don't. Okay, so I wouldn't... It's not a big deal. I have 58, and I'm not really looking to buy anything, so... No big whoop if I miss the money. Okay, so... Office, classroom, classroom, classroom. Badger, 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 badger. At least I've seen all 8 classrooms now. Okay, so now foundation. How do we get to the front? We go all the way to the west. So I want to go to the right there. Oh, I was already up there. That was wrong. Okay, so go down to library, go to reading nook. Hey, puppy. Hey, puppy. Okay, you were eating and now you're not. I don't think you were there and now you're there and you're there. And what is up with these dogs? I don't get it. So conference room. I don't think we made a dining hall, but it wouldn't matter if we did or didn't because that's not the point. All right. So let's see what we get. Oh, lots of coins. Lots of coins. Money, money, money. I might as well grab it. Oh, that's right, because I made a conference room. So it would put everything that I spread in here. Okay. This is where that grate is. I wonder if there's a room that you could build here that would let you like see the water going underneath. I don't know. Are those the beagles from Cosmetic Testing Laboratory in Wisconsin? Dude, that's dark. All right, this either continues to run or not. Gems. Money. Not looking good, folks. Nope. Nope. Was it in attic? Did I just miss it? Was it in attic? Oh, well, we have the... Well, okay, fine. We don't have a shovel. So... we couldn't do that anyway. And the commissary didn't have a shovel in it. So... rescue the 15,000 this past week. Oh, wow. Oh, I do have a shovel. Okay, well... It's still on. I thought I... Whatever. I thought I grabbed everything. I obviously didn't. So we're still not quite done just yet. We don't have a battery. It is possible. Yeah, we cleared that out. Foundation will have 2, and aquarium will have 1. It's not good odds, but it's something. I can sort of understand the need for animal testing, but testing cosmetics on cute little bunnies and dogs seems abnormally cruel. Yeah, animal testing, that can get into... I honestly, I mean, you can say, how do you not have an opinion on that? But I'm like, I'm not saying I don't. I just, like you said, sometimes it's weird when it gets to be like, I don't even know how long I've been doing this one day. It can get like a little, where's the ethical line, you know? I don't know. It's a tough, touchy subject. I'll say that. Oh, Kennel also has one. Hey, Poochie. Nail. I highly doubt I don't think I've ever picked up a key from digging. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. So I think our luck is pretty much running out. I'm just going to go upstairs here real quick and see what that journal says now about classrooms. No, don't do that. Don't! Oh my god, you're making me nauseous doing that. Game. To take, yeah, just need to draft one more classroom to take my final exam. Well, I can't do it this run, but I mean, I'm closer. I got 8. So the blessing of the dancer really didn't help much, but wait, I'm going the wrong way here. I got plenty of steps, so that's not the problem. Just hoping beyond hope that there's like a key card just lying around somewhere. That would be so nice. It's not going to happen. Let's just check. Let's just check in here again. One more sweep. It can't hurt, right? You got the steps. It's not going to be a problem to do that. Oh, and we just got 10 more because we had the... Yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay, we did that, we did that. We want to go here, right? Yes, security. And then foundation. Hoping against all hope that we find a security card. A key doesn't help. Coins don't help either. Oh, well. This might have one. Again, highly doubt it. Nope. Okay. So, I think we are truly screwed on this run. I'm just going to walk up to that room to make absolutely sure that it was a security. And I'm almost 100% sure it was, but I just want to check one more time to make sure I didn't miss a key card just laying somewhere. No, I highly doubt I did, but always good to double check. You don't have a key card just lying around in here somewhere? Music room. Key card here? No. Look at that spiral. There's a spiral. Denoted in verse. Mm-hmm. Key card there? No. So we go through drawing room to rotunda. Key card. Key card, key card, key card. Fine, treasure map. You never know. It's probably just going to be money, but you got to try everything. Yeah, it's just gems. And donk. I know it's like baby. I got 10 keys. Can you just let me like open it, please? I've got how many redraws and how many rerolls, and you're like you're being an ass. So close, but we made progress. I can't complain. We did make progress because I was able to, man, forgetting attic and walk-in closet. I'm surprised I didn't get more stuff. And observatory, well, that just gives you like gems and things like that. So, but yeah, a little disappointing on this one, but I'm also happy because I also think I got a little bit of a clue for one of the things downstairs, in terms of its color and also its, like the fact that it uses the flower. I just don't know the rest of that one. So more that I learned. So I'm going to stop here. I will probably be doing a stream tomorrow and a coding stream Sunday morning, maybe Saturday morning as well. Depends on how the spirit is moving me. But I'm going to continue this. I got to do another run to try to get 9 rooms of the classroom. And like I said before, I think if I get to the test, I might look up, it might be a test that's randomly generated too, but I really don't want to keep trying to do that. So I'm going to try to do the test, and then I might check it against what the answers are and make sure that, like, see how far I got. That might be, to me, that's kind of like, well, that's a good enough thing. I still don't know what that operator does, though. I have no idea how you get 40 with triple squiggle 59.6 blue and then a single squiggle 59.6 yellow. Like, how in the world does that even get to 40? But the only thing is, it's got to be something like minus 59.6 yellow rounded up would be minus 60. So it's got to be something 100 minus 60 gives you 40. But how do you get 100 out of that? If you're following the rules of what was there before, but we don't know what this does. I really don't know how triple squiggles gets you 100 out of that answer. So anyway, That's a mystery to solve another day. So again, that's the upcoming schedule. I want to thank everybody who's been watching, either live or in the future. Please subscribe to the channel. Give a like if you wouldn't mind it. Again, I'll be doing another run of rooms to try to get this test done tomorrow and probably Sunday, and also random code, live coding streams, definitely Sunday morning, but maybe tomorrow morning, depending upon how I feel. But I need to get my keyboard up, or really my mouse, so that I can end the stream. Thank you all for watching. Take care. Hope to see you in the future.